Yeah, we back. Now today we're going to talk about, I'm sure you already heard about it, a young lady was detained and taken into custody for trying to burn down the childhood house of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. down in Georgia. Very strange story. I got a few things to say about it, but it's been a while since I did a video on Tariq Nasheed, and recently he's came back on my radar. If you take a look up on the screen, once this story broke, Tariq hopped on social media and he did a broadcast entitled, "Did a tether try to burn down the house of Martin Luther King?" And a tether, in case you're not familiar, is a term created by Tariq which refers to black immigrants specifically, right? Like not really just immigrants, like not Asian immigrants or Hispanic immigrants, but mainly the black immigrants, mainly from the Caribbean, Africa, things like that. So he uses the word tether as a substitute for the word invader, trespasser, illegal alien, infiltrator, etc., etc. So when you hear the word tether, that is what is being referred to in that context. And today's video is going to be very similar to videos I've done in the past where Tariq Nasheed would hop on a viral story, a trending topic, and without any information, not even knowing the names of the suspect or the victims involved, he would jump out the window and say, "Oh, this is an immigrant. This is a tether. This is someone from Africa. This is somebody from Ethiopia. This is somebody from Ghana, Nigeria, Sudan, Burundi, Jamaica, the Congo." And later on down the line, maybe about 24 hours, 48 hours later, the authorities would put out the information from the investigation, and you would come to find out that nah, bruh, nah, they born and raised, homegrown, 1776, American as apple pie. Yeah, today is another one of those videos. I did videos a while back. Take a look up on the screen. Tariq Nasheed blames mass shootings and violent crimes on black immigrants. Tariq Nasheed says, "Are black immigrants robbing old ladies in Memphis?" Tariq Nasheed blames black immigrants for the Tyree Nichols tragedy. You remember way back when it was those officers down in Memphis, I think it was somewhere in Tennessee, where it was a traffic stop and a young brother named Tyree Nichols, he unfortunately lost his life at that traffic stop. And Tariq Nasheed jumped out the window and said, "These are all immigrants. These is Jamaicans. These is dudes from the Congo." And come to find out, you had folks down in Tennessee, down in Memphis, that came out and said, "Nah, bruh, them dudes ain't from the Congo. They from Ethiopia. They right down from Memphis. They American. I went to school with them." That's what a lot of folks said. And we can look at their names and we could tell, obviously, these dudes is not from, they're not immigrants, and Memphis is not a hub for immigrants. So we should understand the demographics of the United States to understand when certain narratives don't really make sense. But anyways, man, you know, it is what it is. For whatever reason, he continues to make these same mistakes and his credibility remains the same amongst his audience. I don't understand how that happens, but that's not my business. But anyways, let's jump into the story today. Oh, and I cannot forget, I also put out a video a while back entitled, "Tariq Nasheed says black immigrants are bringing diseases to America." So I've done a number of videos on this topic where Tariq Nasheed is blatantly spreading false propaganda, and for whatever reason, his credibility amongst his audience never wavers. So it's obviously more about spreading propaganda and slander and not really about spreading a credible message. But that's besides the point. Let's jump into the article today. Now, Tariq came up on my radar a couple days ago before this story because I seen him post a news article. Take a look up on the screen. A crafty criminal was busted stealing $49,000 from Saks Fifth Avenue during shoplifting spree. And as you can see at the top, he titled it "Non-FBA Shenanigans." So he's obviously saying that these black immigrants, these invaders are coming into the country and they stealing the white man's designer clothes. You know, they stealing the white man's good designer clothes. They stealing from the white man, and we got to hold them accountable. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Tariq Nasheed came from the streets. I thought this was the same guy who came from the streets, off the corner, pimping women off the corner, putting women on the blade, put women on the track, writing books about how to put women on the streets and sell their bodies and bring back the money. Tariq Nasheed used to be a pimp. Tariq Nasheed used to be in the streets. So Tariq Nasheed doesn't know in the streets you got the scammers, you got the boosters, you got the drug dealers, you got the pimps, you got the max, you got the players. I thought Tariq Nasheed was in the streets. Now me, I never been in the streets. So I don't live by the street code. That shit doesn't pertain to me. So I don't care about none of that shit. But as somebody who self-proclaimed came from the streets and glorified a life of crime when you first came up on the scene, why are you trying to paint a narrative as if you are so offended that this black man allegedly from Africa came and he was running up in Saks Fifth and stealing the Louis Vuitton? Who gives a fuck about Saks Fifth, bro? You know the origins of Saks Fifth Avenue and the company that owns Saks Fifth Avenue, bro? Saks Fifth Avenue is currently controlled by this lady up on the screen. I believe her name is Liz Rodwell or something like that. And she is the chief executive officer of the company that owns Saks Fifth Avenue, which is the Hudson Bay Company, a company that was founded back in the 1600s by French and British colonialists and slave traders, okay? So back in the 1600s, when the Europeans were setting the foundation for the colonial project, the Hudson Bay Company was founded with the money made, the profits made from the slave trade and colonization. So if you ask me, that African brother was walking into Saks Fifth to get his reparations, all right? That's what you be talking about all the time, right? Reparations. Man, listen, he was getting his reparations, okay? Because listen, the money made from the slave trade is what they use to establish the Hudson Bay Company, which currently owns Saks Fifth Avenue today. So listen, brother, stop crying and complaining because the white man lost some inventory. The white man will be all right. They'll be all right. They don't need you to play defense on their behalf, okay? They have insurance. They got a lot of money, all right? Saks Fifth, they'll be okay. They'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You a fake street dude. Now you a pedestrian. You went from being a street dude, a pimp, a Mac. Now you a civilian. Now you a pedestrian. Now you contact the authorities. Oh my God, brother. You a clown. Anyway, let's get into the subject of today. Let's talk about this lady trying to burn down the house of MLK. Take a look up on the screen. Laneisha Shantrice Henderson, 26 years old, has been charged with attempted arson and interfering with government property after she was seen on camera pouring flammable liquid out of a large red fuel container and onto the porch of the historic wooden property at around 5 p.m. The footage also shows the woman, who is dressed in all black, dousing plants and emptying the liquid against the windows of the Auburn Avenue house, which is located just blocks from the King Center, King National Historical Park, and the historical Ebenezer Baptist Church. Now, of course, at this point in time, we now know who the suspect was. We know the name. We know where they came from. We have some information. But before all this information came out, Tariq Nasheed jumped out the window and said, oh, this is an African. This is somebody from Senegal. This is somebody from Nigeria. This is somebody from Johannesburg. This is somebody from Nairobi, Kenya. But as we all know now, no, it's not. It's a homegrown American citizen, 1776, from the deep South, the Confederate States. She is from right here, North America. Just like every other time he tried to push that same line, that same narrative, we come to find out that they are from right here, North America, 1776. But anyways, I understand. When you have propaganda to push, when you have a narrative to sell, I understand. But anyways, let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. Take a look up on the screen. This person said, that's a tether. Only a tether would do that. Now, listen, it's so crazy because I don't know how Tariq is able to do the same thing over and over again. Rinse, wash, repeat. For example, the news story comes out. He says this person is from Ghana. This person is from the Congo. They're from Ethiopia. You kind of find out, nah, they right here from Texas. They from Georgia. They from, you know what I mean? They're from Arkansas. And then his audience they don't even come back and try to correct the statement. They don't try to say, hey, Tariq, bro, you was wrong, bro. I think you got it wrong, bro. You got to come back and correct the statement. It's crazy because in the line of business that I'm in, one thing that I was taught was, besides customer service is a major part of the business, the second major part is your credibility. So when you say something, it actually has to mean something. So for example, when you say you're going to call the patient back, oh, I'm going to get back to you, you have to get back to that person. When you say you're going to do something, you have to go do it, because your credibility is everything in the business that I'm in. So when you have no credibility, nobody's going to come shop with you. Nobody's going to come spend money with you. Nobody's going to do business with you. So your credibility is a major element in the business that I'm in the industry that I'm in. And for Tariq Nasheed, he's in social commentary. So he's a social commentator. So his credibility should be treated to the highest degree. He should try to maintain that to the highest degree. And I constantly see him try to sabotage his credibility multiple times. But for whatever reason, he has a very loyal fan base that can overlook that every single time, because like I said, the narrative is more important than the truth for a lot of them, right? So the propaganda is more important than the actual facts of the story for a lot of them. So that's why he's able to get away with it consistently, and never lose any credibility amongst his audience, because for the majority of them, they're operating from a position of confirmation bias. They're looking for information that confirms their ideology, that supports their ideology. They're not really looking for the facts and the data on the ground. So anyway, let's continue. This person said, all these immigrant tethers are destroying Black American communities and historical monuments in every city and state. We got to protect Black American communities, FBA communities. That's what that means, at all costs, because they are jealous of us. This person said, tethers don't have historical ancestors and they flee, and that makes them extremely jealous. This person said, we need to get these tethers deported. This person said, it's a tether, but I bet white people are behind it, because white people can hide their racist behavior behind these obedient, defeated Black tethers to do their dirty work against our icons and our heroes because of their joint jealousy towards Black Americans. This person said, I'm getting Nigerian and Ghanaian vibes. And the person at the bottom said, there is no such thing as a Nigerian or a Ghanaian with the name Laneisha Shantrice. Listen, brother. Listen. It reminds me of that video I did way back where Tariq Nasheed tried to say, because there was this video that went viral. This dude tried to rob an old lady at an ATM down in Memphis. And Tariq Nasheed tried to say, oh, look at his sandals. Oh, he's definitely a Jamaican. He's definitely a Haitian. He's definitely from the Congo. And come to find out, he just a regular homegrown American dude named Randy. He just a regular dude named Randy from Tennessee. And of course, did Tariq Nasheed come back and correct the statement? No. It is what it is. But like I said, his credibility amongst his audience remains the same for whatever reason. Anyway, let's continue. This person said, this woman has to be a tether. There just ain't no way. This person said, what's her name? Where are her people from? So listen, now keep in mind, all of these statements were made before the authorities came out with the identification and put out her name and her, where she came from. This lady, she from the deep South. She from Alabama. She got her family roots traced back to Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. Okay. Listen, yeah, deep South, homegrown American, named Laneisha Shantrice Henderson. Bro, she's American as apple pie. Okay. She is American as baseball. She is American as the 4th of July. She is American as a Chevy. She is American as she is American as the Statue of Liberty. She is American as the Stars and Stripes. She is American as Thanksgiving. She is American as Mount Rushmore. She is American as the Bald Eagle. Listen, brother, Tariq, you gotta relax off the pushing propaganda. Listen, I understand your audience doesn't care that you spread lies and propaganda, but come on, brother. You gotta make sure that your words have credibility and honor in these streets, bro. You can't just be saying shit on the mic just to say some shit, bro. Just for content, just for clicks and views. Come on, brother. Listen, I know Biden got the economy fucked up. I know Joe Biden fucked up the economy. But regardless of that fact, you cannot be doing anything for the money, big bro. Come on, man. You gotta relax, man. You gotta relax. Anyway, let's continue. This person said, Laneisha Shantrice Henderson. That does not sound like a tether. Exactly, brother. That does not sound like a tether. And I know Tariq knows that's not no fucking tether, bro. Her name is Laneisha Shantrice, okay? Her name is not Folake Adobowale. Her name is not Amina Youssef. Her name is not Chanelo Okonkwo. Her name is not Zainab Bello. Her name is not Ngozi Ibe. Like, come on, brother. That lady is from Alabama, Georgia. She from the deep South, the Confederate States of America, all right? She not from Lagos. She not from Burundi. She not from Kinshasa. She not from Ethiopia. Hell no. She not from Mombasa. But anyways, bro, I understand. You got propaganda to sell. You got bills to pay. Joe Biden fucked up the economy, and your money probably all fucked up upside down. You probably in debt. I don't know your situation, so I can't really judge you. So anyway, let's continue. This person said, Laneisha Shantrice Henderson, please don't tell me they tried to say she was an immigrant. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, bro. Yes, they did. Just like the homie down in Memphis named Randy. They tried to say he was from Ethiopia or some shit like that. Or he was from the Congo. He from Lagos. So he from Igbo land or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He from Yoruba land or something, man. These dudes is crazy. Oh my God. This person said, possible tether. Just stop. Man, I'm serious, but just stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. That shit might work on your audience, but it does not work on intelligent black men, bro. Intelligent black men ain't buying the bullshit you selling, big bro. Stop it, man. Let's continue. This person said, I don't know, Tariq. Her name is Laneisha Shantrice Henderson. She might be one of ours. Now, okay, Tariq got, a couple intelligent folks in his audience, Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? He got one intelligent member of his entourage. Now, let's continue. This person said she was brainwashed by the tethers with their voodoo and their obeah. Oh, man. But anyways, man, I'm gonna jump into Tariq's broadcast from last night where he was talking on the situation and he was trying to insinuate that this lady was not American, that she was from the Congo. And yeah, we'll be back. Let's go.
Family, something's going on in Atlanta right now. And a few people, they've sent me this story. This happened earlier this evening in Atlanta, a few hours ago. This woman who appears to be a possible tether was pouring gasoline on the historic home of Dr. Martin Luther King in Atlanta. She walked up to the house and, it's a tourist attraction. And she's pouring gasoline on the house and she was about to light it on fire. Some good Samaritans stopped this woman and they detained her and they held her down for the police to come. And a lot of people are getting up on this story right now. And we're trying to find some information on the woman. They got her, she's arrested, but they're not releasing any information on her name, which I find very odd. So they're not letting anybody know who this woman is, but this is a quote unquote black woman. But when you see there's some footage of it and it looks like a tether, to be honest. We're getting some real strong tether vibes here. What the hell is this about? A lot of these folks who are non-FBA, who are quote unquote black, We know they have a lot of contempt for our Black icons. I don't see an FBA person doing anything like this. You understand? I don't see it. I don't know. And I'm not saying yes, no, or whatever, but I smell some Jollof. I smell Bammy in this situation. You understand? Something is off about this. It's weird. And just the way the person looked, the woman had some real tethery vibes. So what's this about? Because we know that a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of this weird stuff are done by outsiders. The historic MLK house is in a tether. Did somebody send that woman? Because a lot of times we got to understand the white supremacist sends their Negro minions to do the dirty work for them. We're trying to see what's going on. Who is this person? Why is this person trying to attack the historic MLK house?
All right, we back. Now, enough of the nonsense, man. Enough of the bullshit, man. Let's have some real discussion, all right? Now, if you want my opinion on this situation, I don't believe this has anything to do with her ethnic origins, her national origins. Her national origins is not the reason why she wanted to commit arson. The reason why she wanted to commit arson is most likely because she was suffering from a mental health issue, okay? Something that's not discussed in our community is we have a lot of folks from all ages, from young to old, that are suffering from legitimate mental health issues, ranging from just things like bipolar, antisocial disorder, depression, all the way up to full-blown schizophrenia, hearing voices, smashing my head against the light pole on the street corner type of shit, okay? I am in the pharmaceutical industry. I handle all these antipsychotic meds, all these antidepressant meds, all the Abilify, the Invega, the Aripiprazole, all the Depakotes, all the injections. I deal with that. I handle that on a frequent basis every single day. I dispense that every single day. So, yes, a lot of our folks, even a young lady like this, young, beautiful, 26 years old, on the outside everything looks normal, but on the inside you don't know what's going on. And I believe her father made a statement that said she's been missing for the past 2 days and she's been suffering from mental health issues, and she has been known to have a mental health history, right? And mental health is not about your ethnic origins. It's not about your national origins, okay? Because you're from the Congo or from Chicago, that doesn't have anything to do with whether you suffer from mental health issues. That's a part of the human experience. So this lady right here, to me, she was most likely suffering from some type of mental health episode. That's all it was. Her family even said that. So, you know, we having these stupid discussions about where is she from? Is she from Arkansas? Is she from Lagos? Is she from Dakar? Is she from Charlotte? Is she from Chicago? Is she from Nairobi? Is she from Dar es Salaam, Kampala, Mogadishu, Johannesburg, Cape Town? Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up, dude. God damn, Tariq, you too old for this shit, bro. You too old for this shit, bro. You too old for this shit, man. You want some clown shit for real, bro. Clown shit for real. Joe Biden fucked up the economy, got you boys stressing, bro. Got your pockets hurting. You know what I'm saying? Listen, inflation got you boys stressed out. Stressed the fuck out. Doing anything for the money, man. Doing anything for the views, man. Clown shit. Clown shit. Anyways, man, it's your boy Never Carry. That's Elaine back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash app up on the screen, and I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in the ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Pay for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the big. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This is an art and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you in court. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.